U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened military action against Nigeria, accusing the government of allowing the killing of Christians. He also vowed to stop all aid as well as assistance to Nigeria and take military action to completely wipe out terrorists whom he accused of committing horrible atrocities. Meanwhile, Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said his country opposed religious persecution and had constitutional guarantees to protect citizens of all faith. For more on this, let's now speak to SABC News Correspondent Tesem Akende, who is live to us from Jos in Nigeria. Tesem, a very good afternoon to you. So what is Nigeria's reaction to this threat by Donald Trump?
Yeah, like you said, the government here believes all the attacks are not just targeted at Christians. What the attacks, according to the government, have been onto Christians, have been onto Muslims, have been across, religious. It's not, as far as the government is concerned, it's not targeted at Christians alone. In fact, members of parliament, both serving and former, have all said that, look, perhaps the U.S. president, talking about Donald J. Trump, has not been briefed correctly. As far as they're concerned, the attacks are, across religious faiths, Christians, Muslims, and any other, faiths that people here actually practice. So as far as they're concerned, it's pure criminality by criminal gangs who kill, kidnap for ransom, So it's not just, as far as the government is concerned, it's not targeted at Christians alone.
But Tesem, is there any truth to these alleged murders? And also, who is ready? I hear you saying it's probably just criminals, but have they been identified as to who exactly is committing these murders?
Yeah, we have different, attacks cutting across different parts of the country. Nigeria, like maybe you would have known, has been suffering an insurgency since 2009. We have United Nations saying that thousands of people have been killed, in the northeastern part of the country, precisely in Borno State, which has been the epicenter of those attacks. Lots of people have been killed in their thousands. And so other people have also, in different parts of the country, we're in Plateau State in Jos, lots of people have been killed here as well. Other states like Benue, other states like Kaduna, I can say for sure that not only Christians have been killed, Muslims have also been killed. But there have been cries, there have been, talks by different faiths, the Christian Association of Nigeria and other, other faith-based organizations, calling out for this to stop. Many have described it as genocide. And so perhaps it might just be that there is more of this concern coming out from the Christians, but I can say for sure that as many Christians are being killed, lots of Muslims and other people, belonging to other faiths are also killed, because in the northeastern part of the country, talking about Borno State, and other parts of the country like the northwest, talking about states like Kaduna, Katsina, and all of that, where a lot of people have also been killed. Those states are predominantly Muslim dominated. So these killings have been across not just we've been monitoring the situation. So as much Christians are killed, lots of Muslims have also been killed, really.
So, Tesem, what is the official word from President Tinubu? What is he going to do in order to engage with Trump on this, of course, misinformation? Not long ago, Trump had serious misinformed, thoughts, as well as notions about South Africa as well.
Yeah, the president, talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has said, like you've quoted in the course of the bulletin, he says people are being killed across divides. He has established that because of the insurgency and other forms of criminality. But he says his government is committed to tackling this headlong. Just in the past week, we had a change, in the service chiefs, talking about the chief of army staff, the chief of naval staff, the chief of air staff, and then, a chief of defense staff controlling all these service chiefs. So he has pledged his commitment to ensuring that these killings actually stop, because the killings have been on for some time. He campaigned on the promise that when he comes in to government, he will address insecurity headlong. And so this might just be one of those measures he's taking to address the situation by rejigging the armed forces and ensuring that this is actually addressed. He has charged his security chiefs to ensure that these killings are stopped before long. And so as much as Christians are being killed, Muslims are being killed, across the country, the president has assured that he will stop at nothing at ensuring that the killings stop with him on the saddle as president.
But I mean, what is he planning to do? I mean, say Trump really does then unleash his special forces to come and deal with these so-called radical groups that are killing the said Christian groups. I mean, what is he intending to do? Can he even allow for President Donald Trump to come into a state, supplying military action on an independent state, so to speak?
Yeah, at the moment, Nigeria has some of its challenges. We have a security force, precisely say the police, that is in charge of internal policing, for instance. We don't really have the numbers commensurate with what the United Nations, demands. And so the president has promised to ensure that more boots are on ground, more personnel are recruited into the armed forces to ensure that where these killings are taking place, these troops are deployed to actually address the situation. I believe that on diplomatic basis, the president will or should be, engaging some machinery, or should be putting some machinery in place to communicate with the U.S. president and the authorities in the United States about what he will be doing. But he has assured that something is being done. Like I said, just a few days ago, we had a change of baton where we had new security heads coming in, to control the armed forces. He charged them that these killings have been on for too long, and he commanded them, he directed them to ensure that they are stopped once and for all. And so we are watching, and we are hoping that they will adhere to the presidential directive.
All right, Tesem, thank you so much for that comprehensive update. Tesem Akende, SABC News Correspondent, joining us live from Jos, Nigeria.